Chain rule and finding the nature of the stationary point. In differentiation, suppose if y equal to x to the power of n, then dy over dx will be equal to nx power n minus 1. In the same way, when we are using our chain rule, suppose if it is ax plus b the whole power n, then dy over dx will be equal to, this power has to be differentiated first. So we take it as n ax plus b. We don't do any changes inside the bracket to the power of n minus 1. Then after we differentiate with the power, then we do whatever is inside the bracket we differentiate. So ax plus b, when you differentiate, it will be only a. So you write it as multiplied by a. So our final answer will be an into ax plus b the whole power n minus 1. Now let us see this chain rule with the help of a few examples. The first question, suppose if y equal to 2x minus 3 the whole square, then our dy over dx will be equal to, first we will differentiate our power. So 2 into 2x minus 3 to the power of 2 minus 1. And this one, when you differentiate the bracket, you get a 2. So it will be equal to 2 into 2 is 4 into 2x minus 3. 2 minus 1 is 1. So when you expand it, it comes as 8x minus 12. Now let us see whether this is correct by applying the formula of a minus b the whole square. So y will be equal to, this one is 2x the whole square minus 2 into 2x into 3 minus plus 3 square. I have just applied the a plus a minus b the whole square formula. So it will be, y will be equal to 4x square minus 12x plus 9. So in this case, our dy over dx will be equal to 8x minus 12. See, it's the same as this. So either you expand the bracket and simplify, or do it using the chain rule, you'll get the same answer. But when it is with the power of 2, we know the formula and we applied the formula. But when it is with higher powers, it is difficult to do in applying the formula. So we use the chain rule over here. Now y equal to square root of 8x squared minus 3. Now in order to do this, let us take this as a power. 8x squared minus 3 square root can be written as to the power of half. So dy over dx will be equal to half into 8x squared minus 3. We keep it as it is, and this will be half minus 1. This bracket now we differentiate. 8x squared, when you differentiate it is 16x. When you differentiate a 3, it is a constant. We get a 0. Here 2 and 16, when we cancel, it is 8. So the answer for this, it will be 8x into 8x squared minus 3 to the power of minus half. And this can be taken down to the denominator as square root of 8x squared minus 3. Suppose if y equal to 3x minus 4x squared the whole power 10. So now dy over dx will be equal to 10 into 3x minus 4x squared. 10 minus 1 is 9. Differentiate the bracket. So when you differentiate 3x, we get a 3. When we differentiate minus 4x squared, we get it as minus 8x. So our answer will be equal to 10 into 3 minus 8x into 3x minus 4x squared the whole power 9. Increasing and decreasing function. When f dash of x is greater than 0, then the function is called as an increasing function. When f dash of x is less than 0, it is a decreasing function. Now the first question, show that y equal to x cube plus x is an increasing function. Now our y equal to x cube plus x. So dy over dx. This will be equal to 3x squared plus 1. In this, when you take x squared is always greater than 0. It is always positive. That is, even if x takes a negative value, when you square it, it becomes a positive value. So positive value multiplied by 3 with 1, that will also always be greater than 0. So dy by dx is always greater than 0. Therefore, y f of x is an increasing function or y is an increasing function. The second question, find the range of values of x for which f of x equal to x square minus 6x is a decreasing function. So when it is a decreasing function, we know that f dash of x has to be less than 0. So f of x equal to x square minus 6x, then f dash of x will be equal to 2x minus 6. And since it is a decreasing function, it is less than 0. So 2x is less than 6. So x is less than 6 divided by 2 is 3. So this will be the range of values for this to be a decreasing function. The next thing is stationary point. In order to find the stationary point, we find dy by dx and equate it to 0 and we find the values of x. These values of x are called as the stationary point. In a graph, when we take these stationary points are either the maximum or the minimum values on the graph. This point, this is the where the curve turns, stationary point, or it can also be called as the turning point. So this point, wherever it is, this point, this x value, and here also the x value, these are called as the stationary points or the turning points on the graph. Find the stationary points on the curve y equal to x cube minus 3x plus 1. So now we'll differentiate it. Dy over dx will be equal to 3x squared minus 3. Now in order to find the stationary point, we equate it to 0. So this equation comes as 3x squared will be equal to 3. So x squared will be equal to 1. So x will be equal to plus or minus 1. So x equal to minus 1 and 1 are the stationary points. The next one, maximum and the minimum points. In order to find the maximum and the minimum points, first we need to find the stationary values. That is, we equate dy by dx equal to 0 and we get our x values. These are the stationary values. Once we get our stationary values, again we differentiate it. So we write it as d squared y over dx squared. If d squared y over dx squared is greater than 0, then it is called as a minimum point. If d square y over dx squared, that is the second time we differentiate it. If it is less than 0, we get a maximum point. You need to be careful. When it is greater, it is minimum. When it is lesser, it is maximum. Y equal to 2x cube plus 3x square minus 12x. The first part, find dy over dx and find the value of x when dy by dx equal to 0. Second part, find the value of d squared y by dx squared at each stationary point and hence determine its nature. Determine its nature means you have to write whether it is maximum or minimum. Find, third part, find the y values for each of the stationary points. Fourth part, sketch the curve given by y equal to 2x cube plus 3x square minus 12x. Now our first part, y equal to 2x cube plus 3x square minus 12x. We need to find dy by dx and equate it to 0. Dy by dx will be equal to 6x square plus 6x minus 12. Dy by dx we equate it to 0. Every term is divisible by 6. So we'll divide the entire equation. This entire equation we'll divide by 6. So we get it as x square plus x minus 2 equal to 0. The product has to be negative 2, sum has to be 1. So it will be x plus 2, x minus 1 will be equal to 0. So x will be equal to negative 2 and 1. So these are the stationary points. Now we need to, the second part is we need to determine the nature of these stationary points. So now we need to differentiate this again. D square y over dx square will be equal to 12x plus 6. Now d square y over dx square when x equal to negative 2. So when we substitute this value 12 into minus 2 plus 6, we get our answer as minus 18. So when it is minus 18, it is less than 0. So it will give us a maximum point. Then the next thing, d squared y over dx squared at x equal to 1. When we substitute it, 2 into 1 plus 6. So it will give us 18, which is greater than 0. So this is a minimum point. Third part, you need to find the y coordinate. When x equal to minus 2, just substitute in the y value. So you get it as 2 into minus 2 cube plus 3 into minus 2 square minus 12 into minus 2. This when we simplify, we get it as 20. So minus 2 comma 20 is the maximum point. In the same way, when we substitute x equal to 1, y will be equal to negative 7. So 1 minus 7 is the minimum point. Then the fourth part, we need to draw the curve. So using all this information, we are going to draw the curve. Minus 1, minus 2. Here we have a 1. And the value for y is 20 over here. So the point is minus 2, 20 over here. Then 1 minus 7. Minus 7, 20 is this much distance. So 7 will be here only, minus 7. 1 minus 7 is over here. So our graph will be, it passes through. This is our value like this. So this will be our curve because this will be the maximum point and this is the minimum point. See, 1 minus 7 is the minimum point and then 2 minus 20 is a maximum point on the curve. Thank you.